Good morning, everybody. This is super funny. I was about to go to bed, minding my own business, and I don't know why I thought about like scrolling YouTube right before I went to bed. And what do I see? Michael Blackson doing some commentaries on Kevin Hart. Michael Blackson says Kevin Hart cannot end his career. I'm gonna tell you something, Michael Blackson. Kevin Hart can end your career. Maybe you don't know who the most decorated comedian is, not your outfits. Kevin Hart is. Did you see what Kevin Hart did to Cat Williams? I mean, I'm just a spectator of this farce, and I can see what Kevin Hart has Cat Williams speaking so rico suave, dog. Yo, I heard a Cat Williams interview like a couple of days ago. He was rico suave. Yo, what happened to Cat Williams? He was sounding a little bit Michael Jackson-ish too. Good morning. Yeah, I was about to go to bed and I'm like, wow, what's going on with Kevin Hart and Michael Blackson? Hey, one thing I do know for sure, Michael Blackson already let it be known, Kevin Hart, that you cannot end his career. And he told you he has a village to feed. That's the funny part about it. That means he's going to have a whole village hexing you. Wherever that is he's from, he's going to have a whole village tearing you up, tearing up voodoo doll versions of you. I think I met Michael Blackson once. You know, he's alright, funny. I think I met him. In my undergraduate years at SUNY. I met Michael Blackson. He was touring with a bunch of other comedians that night. Yeah, man. It is a funny duel. The tall, skinny African guy with the short African American guy. It's all funny to me because Kevin Hart is a mean, short dude. What I'm noticing is that maybe his ego is very tall because Kevin Hart had Cat Williams crying, begging for mercy. That's all I know. And that's not cool. I mean, anybody who can do that has power, okay? Michael Blackson, do not, I repeat. Don't mess with Kevin Hart. Leave Kevin Hart alone. I mean, it was a few funny jokes he had there, but hey, leave that man alone. That man will wreck your career, and that's just how Kevin Hart does it. Maybe you don't. Maybe you didn't hear Cat Williams. Cat Williams said, I have to make a disclosure. I have to make a formal apology. Like, this is no joke, dudes. Yo, this is no joke. If he doesn't do that, he won't get a show with Steve Harvey. He won't get to perform at the big arenas no more. Like, his entire money was spent in bail. Like, when you look at what happened to Cat Williams after he messed with Kevin Hart, you might want to learn a little something. But I have a feeling Michael Blackson is doing it to get clout, to get Kevin Hart to get closer to him. You see what I mean? Like, this is how men kiss other men's ass. I don't know why they do it that way. Like, if I were a man, and I don't have any wish to be a man, this is just a comparison for YouTube. But if I were if I were a man, I would not want to kiss another man's ass. That way, I would probably want to just keep working, like Kevin Hart says. You know, stop using me for clout. Keep working on your own stuff. Like, yeah, it's good to jokes on people, but jokes on Kevin Hart, they do get you clout. So I guess he's riding the waves, and I mean, I wouldn't blame him. That's the game. That's how the game is played. So Kevin Hart doesn't mind doing it and using somebody else like Cat Williams for clout because, you know, Cat Williams was more famous than Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart used Cat Williams for clout, destroyed him, and got to be crowned king. You know what I mean? So this young man, I mean, not young man, littler, man. He has some power, so it's nothing to fuck with. This is not, it's not Wu-Tang, but nothing to fuck with either. So, Michael Blackson, I would say you have a vast audience. You can make money anywhere in the on the African continent. So I guess funny is funny. I'm laughing at you both. I mean, you both are funny to me. Kevin Hart, I don't know. Sometimes he's funny. I mean, I guess you both are on the same level to me because sometimes Michael Blackson is funny to me, sometimes he's not, Sometimes Kevin Hart is funny to me, sometimes he's not, It's just, I don't know. But the duel makes it funnier. I think that's why they're doing it. I think when they duel, it's funnier. I think I like them dueling because they got more jokes when they duel. You know what I mean? I mean, listen to Michael Blackson. Michael Blackson is getting creative, like he had never got creative before. You know what I mean? I like it. I like the duel. I like the tall, skinny African guy fighting with the short. I was gonna say thick. African American guy. It's funny to me. It's a funny visual. I wouldn't mind to see them do it on stage. I would. I'm a comedian. I love comedy. Not like. So when I see comedians go at it, it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. Anyway, warning to Michael Blackson. Kevin Hart will end you, but warning to Kevin Hart, that whole village is gonna hex you. That whole village. Proceed with caution. Y'all have a great morning. Have a great weekend too. It starts today. It's the Thursday. That's what the weekend does. All right, guys. I'm going back to bed. That's funny.